everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm just going to be sharing with you another what I ate today. Nothing super special about this one, just a new breakfast recipe I wanted to try. Some leftovers, takeaway and some snacks. So pretty simple today, but I just wanted to share with you what I ate on this particular day. So let's get started with this what I ate today video.
Okay, so for breakfast, I had this sweet potato rosti thing with pan-fried halloumi and tomatoes. Felt like trying something new today, but basically, all I did was I took one sweet potato and I just peeled it. And then once that's done, I just cut off the ends. And then I just grated it using a regular grater. And then once I was done, I just set that aside and got out a scale and measured out 20 grams of butter, which I then melted in the microwave for 10-second increments. And I did 3 of those, so 30 seconds in total, because I wanted to make sure that the butter was melted. Then I took out a large mixing bowl, put all of the sweet potato in there, and then with the melted butter, I just added 1 egg, which I lightly whisked together with a fork. Then once that was done, I just added that to the sweet potato mixture. And then I took some plain flour and added 2 tablespoons of that, as well as half a teaspoon of oregano and a teaspoon of salt. And then I just mixed that together using a wooden spoon. And I may have been better off grating the sweet potato a bit smaller, using a smaller grater, but that was fine. Just doing that until the wet ingredients combined with the dry ingredients to get the right texture for our rosti. Then what I did was shape the mixture into 4 patties. You could also do 8 small patties if you prefer, but I just did 4 because that's all I could be bothered to shape. So essentially like burger patties, but not quite. Then once that was done, I just added 2 teaspoons of oil to the frying pan. I don't think I really needed to measure this, just as a guide. I could have just done a drizzle. And then I heated the gas burner and waited for the oil to heat up. And once it had heated up, I then put in my sweet potato patties. And then I just flattened them with the spatula so they could cook easier. And as you can see, I have pretty low patience levels. I always flip when they're not ready to flip. I just need to learn how to be patient when cooking. I think that's one thing I lack. I'm trying to get better at it. As you can see, I'm still not very good at it. But generally, the rosti should take about 2 minutes on each side, although mine took way longer, as I wanted to make sure that they were browned and that they were evenly cooked through. So once they're all flipped, just let them cook on the other side until I determined that they were cooked. As you can see, one side browned way more than the other, but that's okay. I like a nice crispy top, even though I was a bit burnt, but ah well. So I just transferred those to a plate to set aside while I worked on the next element, which was the halloumi cheese. And I just took around about half of it, aiming for 90 grams. All I did was cut that up into 4 pieces. Then I added some more oil to the frying pan. As you can see, the rosti stuck quite a bit there. And then once the oil was hot, I added in the halloumi and just let that cook until both sides were brown, which took a lot faster than the rosti. Once it was done, I just added that to the same plate. Then finally, I took 4 cherry tomatoes and just cut them in half, then added some more oil to the pan. Once it was hot, I added in the tomatoes and let them cook, which, as they were tiny baby little things, I only took about a minute max on each side. And it's tomatoes, they can be eaten raw, they just taste better when cooked. And then once I was done on both sides, I transferred them to the plate as the rest of the elements. And then I just arranged the rosti on the bottom, halloumi on the top, and the tomato halves on both sides. Just, you know, give it a somewhat decent presentation. And then I took a small handful of baby spinach leaves and just arranged them as evenly as I could to garnish it. And there you go, my breakfast. My sweet potato rosti with pan-fried halloumi and tomatoes. Oh my god, that was so good. Definitely something I'll be making again. I know halloumi cheese is not for everyone, but I love it so much. Just a little fry-up breakfast. Then for lunch, I had leftover curry and rice from the other night. So I just took the containers containing the curry and the rice. It was some sort of chicken curry, don't exactly know the name of it. But what I did was I just added the rice, which just barely fit the container with the curry. Then put the lid on, and then put it in the microwave for 3 minutes. Yes, I know I was eating lunch at around 2:30, but had a bit of a late start that day, so I wasn't hungry until around then. Then after the 3 minutes, took that out of the microwave, stirred it around to make sure everything was evenly cooked, and it was. And so there you go, just some simple chicken curry and rice for my lunch. Nothing special, but leftovers have to be eaten, otherwise I'll go off. So that was nice. And then whenever I have curry, I always crave some poppadoms. And so what I like to do is take some paper towel and grab 2 poppadoms and then just pour a tiny bit of oil on them and use a brush to spread it evenly around the poppadoms to, you know, give the poppadoms a little bit of shine. And these were actually new poppadoms. We usually just get plain ones, and these were some sort of pepper poppadoms, which were nice, but they tend to stick together in the packet. I don't know why, but they just end up falling apart. But these two were okay. So I just put them in, and then I cooked them for around 70 seconds, and I'm just keeping an eye on them, because sometimes the paper towel with the poppadoms just sort of catches on the microwave, and has resulted in burnt poppadoms in the past. So to make sure that the thing, whatever it's called, spins around a couple of times before I'm satisfied that it won't get stuck. Then after the 70 seconds, I take the poppadoms out, and then there you go, just some poppadoms to have after my curry. And then for dinner, we had takeaway, and I had this Vietnamese chicken noodle soup. So we had to pre-order in advance from Vina Yummy Kitchen, our local Vietnamese place when we're in the mood for some Vietnamese. So here's their menu. We usually just get 1 dish each. That's enough for us. And so there's a rundown of all their dishes. We don't typically get any drinks from there, just the food. So here's the food after it arrived. It's just chicken, spring onion, and bean sprouts. And then we've got the soup in a little biodegradable bowl, which you can pour over the contents, because otherwise the bowl was just placed into the bag like that. The soup would spill and leak everywhere, which we've experienced from quite a lot of takeaway places, but this one, they're smart about it. So you just pour the soup in yourself, and then I just give it a little mix. There you go, my Vietnamese chicken noodle soup. As we're in cold weather right now, I will have some soup every chance I get. Perfect dinner to have on a cold night. And then for dessert, you might remember from my last video, I made these shortbread biscuits, which I know didn't look very appealing, but still delicious. And I just kept them in this container in the cupboard. And there you go, I had 3 left at the time, making that 2. And there you go, just 1 singular shortbread cookie. I like to savor my treats for as long as possible. They're all gone now, don't worry, but I'll just treat myself to one if I get a little peckish after dinner. And my word, these were good. And they didn't seem to go stale at all, even though I probably had them for like a week before they were all gone. But they kept in good condition and still tasted really good, and I love eating food that I've made, funnily enough.
So that is it for this What I Ate Today. It was just a day at home, not really doing much, and what I ate is nothing out of the ordinary. I like to try new recipes every now and again, and a lot of times with leftovers and takeaway, and I do like to have some snacks here and there. But I hope you all enjoyed, and let me know if you'd like to see more of these What I Ate Today videos, or any other type of videos, like food videos. What else would you like to see? But thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any new videos. So, till next time, in the next video, I shall see you then. Goodbye.